how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, JBACS, here for Pork Puck Hockey, where we talk hockey and only hockey. And we're back for yet another episode. Alright, guys, I want to give a huge thanks to my boys over at Sun Reaver for this sweet intro that you guys heard. And they're our current sponsor, so you can see their links below in this video and also at the end of the video. Guys, I got some sad news for the sports world. I'm sure everybody has heard. Kobe Bryant has passed away in an unfortunate helicopter accident. He, his daughter, and 7 others quickly passed away this weekend. So, to honor a true legend and role model in the sports world, we're going to take a quick moment of silence for Mr. Kobe Bryant, and we'll get back to the episode. So thank you. Alright, thank you guys. So, we had the All-Star weekend. Very good weekend. The skills competition followed by the 3-on-3 tournament. It was awesome. St. Louis did a fantastic job of hosting, and it was just great. So, we'll hit you with the NHL skills competition winners and the scores from the weekend. So we'll start with the scores here real quick. The Metropolitan lost the first game to the Atlantic 9-5. The Pacific beat the Central 10-5, and the Pacific won the whole thing over the Atlantic 5-4. So congratulations to the Pacific team. And the MVP was Mr. David Pastrnak, and wow, he looked great out there. So congrats to him, and congrats to the Pacific on winning that tournament. So, the fastest skater, Connor McDavid, right? No. Matthew Barzal comes out there and wheels around the rink really fast. He beat McDavid this year by a very close margin. He won with 13.175 seconds. The NHL save streak, kind of cool. Jordan Binnington won in his home rink. He won with a 10 save streak, which was awesome. That was the second most since probably Henrik Lundqvist with 12 a while back. So, cool. Accuracy shooting was Jacob Slavin from the Carolina Hurricanes. He originally wasn't supposed to be in it. Actually, I think his name's Slavin, not Slavin. He won it in 9.505 seconds. He was Dougie Hamilton's replacement. The hardest shot was Montreal Canadiens' Shea Weber with 106.5. Side note, AHL also recently had their All-Star competition, and a 109 slap shot from Martin Frick from the Ontario Reign. He has broken Zdeno Chara's record and just hammered that puck hard. The NHL came out with this cool thing called the Shooting Stars, where they shot pucks from the upper part of the 100 level down onto the rink, and it was like a top golf event, so it was pretty cool to see. And the winner of that was Patrick Kane with 22 points. Mitch Marner also had 22, as well as Ryan O'Reilly, but Patty Kane won the tiebreaker event. So, again, another successful NHL All-Star Weekend. There was some controversy with Green Day and their live performance as they let a few F-bombs fly, which, it's Green Day. What do you expect? But it was kind of like a middle finger to the commissioner of the league because they're kind of trying to get away from swearing and stuff like that. But it was pretty cool to see Green Day out there having a good old time. So we'll get back to the regularly scheduled program here. And, one more thing, from the All-Star game was the women's hockey 3-on-3 game. Team Canada ended up beating USA by a score of 2-1. It was a very competitive game. It's great for women's hockey. It's going to grow the game. So there were a bunch of young women there who said, hey, that could be me. So very cool to see. And now we're back. The All-Decade team. The All-Decade team was released, and the first team was Alexander Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, Patrick Kane, Duncan Keith, Drew Doughty, and Marc-Andre Fleury. Very cool. Very good hockey players right there. So that I respect them and respect the first team decisions. Second team, a little questionable. Evgeny Malkin, Steven Stamkos, Patrice Bergeron, Erik Karlsson, Zdeno Chara, and Henrik Lundqvist. Missing a guy like Claude Giroux out there, who's really good. I think he leads the way in power play points in the decade or something like that. So he's an underrated player. Doesn't get a whole lot of love, but I would have liked to seen his name on the list. So we have some news out of Seattle. It is said to be the Seattle Kraken. There's some articles that say no, it's not actually that yet, but most signs are pointing towards that is what the team name will be. So kind of cool. We'll see. They have somewhat of a color scheme. It's like a red and tealish color. So nothing official yet, but keep your eyes and ears out and we'll see what they come up with. Ed Belfour, former NHL goaltender, he's been arrested. He looked rough. So some of these guys post-career, get into things they shouldn't and get in trouble with the law. He's not the only man to recently do this. The actor who played Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks series, he also got arrested recently and he was looking real rough. So unfortunately, some of these stars get into the wrong things after their careers, and we wish them the best, and hopefully they can find some help and get their lives back on track. The injury front. Linus Ullmark, goaltender, is going to be out with a lower body injury for 3 to 4 weeks. Kind of hurts the Sabres' chances of making the playoffs, unfortunately. He's played really well for them, but, injuries, they suck. So we'll see if they can overcome and maybe slide into the playoffs here with the second half of the season underway. Another injury for the St. Louis Blues, Oskar Sundqvist. He was placed on injured reserve. Who knows when he'll be back? Probably not this season if he's on the IR, but who knows? So injuries, again, playing a big role. We do have some signing news. Marcus Pettersson for the Pittsburgh Penguins defenseman. He has signed a 5-year, $20.125 million deal, so he'll be around. He's played good. He's a younger guy. He's making a name for himself in Pittsburgh, and they're in the playoff hunt. So cool to see. And next thing, Ilya Kovalchuk. He's got 8 points in 9 games for Montreal, and this was a guy who got cut from the Los Angeles Kings. I knew he had a lot of gas left in his tank, but man, this guy's just pumping up his tires out there and getting points in every game. So hopefully he can help Montreal secure a playoff spot, but who knows? We'll see. Speaking of another guy who's very hot for his respective team, Elvis Merzlikins, goaltender of the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's won 5 straight as of late, and he's their goalie guy right now. Very good, doing great in the save percentage department and goals against average department. So hopefully Columbus has found a goaltender to replace Bob and can make their names heard into the playoffs again. Vegas Golden Knights name Steve Spott as their assistant coach. This is since the staff of Gerard Gallant was let go and they brought in DeBoer to coach. So now he's got his assistant in this Steve Spott. Don't know a whole lot about him, but here he's a pretty good coach and has a good name in the league. So hopefully Vegas has found their new staff and can do well. We got 2 first goals here for 2 young players. Rasmus Sandin has his first goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs, one of many in his career, hopefully. And Jared Tenorti scored his first goal for Nashville last night against the Washington Capitals. They both were very good goals. These guys, pretty young, can get things going here and hopefully have very good careers. So we'll hit you with some stats and standings. So as far as stats and standings go, not much has really changed. As far as standings, the Washington Capitals lead the Metropolitan, Pittsburgh, and then New York Islanders right behind them. The Atlantic, Boston, followed by Tampa Bay, followed by Florida. Florida, again, they've been playing some good hockey. Columbus, thanks to Merzlikins, has gotten them to the first wildcard spot, and then followed by Carolina, Toronto, Philadelphia, and Buffalo, all still in the hunt. Even Montreal is still in the hunt. I wouldn't count them out yet. And then we'll head out west. The St. Louis Blues lead the Central, followed by the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. The Pacific, Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, respectively, and the wild card, Vegas, back in a playoff spot here at first in the wild card, Arizona, Winnipeg, Chicago, Nashville, and Minnesota round out the contenders there. We'll go check out the stat leaders right now. Skaters, points leader, Connor McDavid, 77. The goals leader, David Pastrnak, 37, with Matthews and Ovechkin right behind. And assist leader, McDavid. Goalies, goals against average is Ilya Samsonov. Save percentage, Tristan Jarry, who was an all-star with a .929. And the shutout leader is Connor Hellebuyck. And the rookie leader is still Cale Makar with 37 points. Alright guys, that's what I got for you this week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. JBACS out.